This little book is designed to tell you everything you need to know about the science of getting ahead. Now let us assume you are young, healthy, clear-eyed, and eager, anxious to rise quickly and easily to the top of the business world. You can!
I can!
If you have education and intelligence and ability, so much the better. But remember that thousands have reached the top without any of these qualities. Just have courage and memorize the simple rules in the chapters that follow. If you truly wish to be among the lucky golden few, you can.
I can! How to apply for a job, how to advance from the mailroom, how to sit down at a desk, how to dictate memorandum, how to develop executive style, how to commute in a 3-button suit with that weary executive smile. This book is all that I need. How to succeed. How to observe personnel. How to select who to lunch with. How to avoid petty friends. How to begin making contacts. How to
choose the right company. Before applying for a job, make sure you have chosen the right company. It is essential that the company be a big one. It should be at least big enough so that nobody knows exactly what anyone else is doing.
Say, Joe, they got a complaint from our dealers in Cleveland. They say they only got half their wickets. They ordered 300,000.
I know, Mr. Gadsby, but they ordered 2-ton wickets and we ran out.
What is this, a hot dog stand? Look, this is a worldwide wiki company. We're supposed to be the largest producer of wickets in the world.
Now take it easy, Mr. Gadsby. We had a problem at our eastern plant. A breakdown.
Get on the ball. I want to keep Cleveland wicket minded.
Yes, sir. Oh, Mr. Matthews, any news about the breakdown?
Oh, I'm feeling much better.
Oh, say, Zach Perry, you get my memo?
What memo?
My memo about memos. We're sending out way too many memos, and it's gotta stop.
All right, I'll send out a memo.
The right company! This book is all that I need. How to succeed.
Never mind. Back to work, everybody. You heard me, I said back to work.
I'm sorry I bumped into you, sir, but I would like to apply for a job.
A job? Do you know who I am?
No, sir.
I'm J.B. Bigley. I'm the president of this company, that's who I am. In fact, that's who the heck I am. How dare you come to me for a job?
I'm sorry, sir.
Why do you think I'm a personnel man? Why do you think I have a whole personnel department? Son, you bumped into the wrong man. Blathering, dithering, ding, ding.
I'm sorry. I know how hard it is to find a job. I've been through that kind of thing myself.
Thank you, miss. You're very kind. Could you tell me where the personnel office is?
Personnel? It's right over there.
Thank you.
You're not discouraged?
Of course not. I'm prepared for exactly this sort of thing.
Say, my friends work in personnel. Maybe they can help you. You wait here.
But, miss, it's not, miss.
Where do you think you're going?
To see the personnel manager, sir.
I'm the personnel manager, and we're not hiring anyone today.
Well, I was just speaking to Mr. Bigley.
Bigley.
Yes, sir.
J.B. Bigley.
Yes, sir. He told me to see you.
J.B. Bigley, you're speaking to.
Yes, sir. I just bumped into him.
Ah, is he a friend of yours?
Now, sir, I don't think a man should trade on friendship to get a job.
Very well put. Well, step to my office, see what we can do. My name's Pratt, and you are?
Finch, sir. Pierpont Finch.
Say, maybe that ought to be J. Pierpont Finch.
As a matter of fact, sir, it is.
Oh, well, step to my office.
Good golly, Rosemary. You could have at least let us finish our Metrical. This is important, girls. I know you can help me. Well, where is he?
How would we know?
He must have gone into Mr. Bratt's office. Go on in there. You work for Mr. Bratt. Close to you.
But why this frantic urgency?
Please, Smitty, you've got to help this boy.
But why? Fill us in, girl. Yeah, wherefore is this street different from all
sir.
Let me get that.
Who is that?
That's my helpless friend. Isn't he adorable?
Adorable, maybe. Helpless, no.
Hush, Smitty. I just hope he hasn't got a girl.
Our girls will take care of your forms and get you particulars. Oh, girls, this is our new Mr. Finch. He'll be starting out in the mailroom.
Hello there. Nice to meet ya.
My name is Pilkington. Rosemary Pilkington.
Oh, how do you do?
Hi.
Now, Smitty, will you? Say, Bud, you guys in the mailroom sent out those wiki catalogs yet?
I don't know. I'm going to lunch.
At 11 o'clock? Why?
Because I'm the boss's nephew.
Oh, Bud, could you come here for a second? This is Bud Frump, Mr. Biggity's nephew. This is Finch. He'll be starting out in the mailroom with you, Frump.
Hello, Finch. I'm Bud Frump. I'm J.B. Bigley's nephew.
How do you do?
Smitty, could you get his things?
Yes, sir.
Well, Finch, nice to have you on the team.
Happy to be playing with you, sir.
Finch, you ambitious?
No, not necessarily.
Good. You keep that in mind. If you remember who you are and you remember who I am, we'll get along just fine. If not,
You'll go crying to your uncle.
I beg your pardon. I do not go crying to my uncle. It just happens that my mother's Mrs. Bigley's sister. If I feel that anything is wrong, I phone my mother, she phones Mrs. Bigley, and Mrs. Bigley phones Mr. Bigley. That's the democratic way.
Mr. Finch, a man like you doesn't have to worry about someone like him. Girls, you are going to get Mr. Finch's particulars?
Ah, particulars. Now, Mr. Finch, the first question.
Have you got a girl?
A girl? No.
Good. I mean, that's the right answer. I mean, it's not very wise to have a girl.
I'm glad you understand, Miss Pilkington. You see, I feel that when a man wants to rise in the world of business, a girl, or let's just say an emotional involvement, can only lead to getting involved, emotionally.
It's very intelligent, Mr. Finch.
Yes. Rosemary, are you through with Mr. Finch?
For the moment.
Fine. Now, if you'll just step into here, we'll be right in to get your particulars.
Good luck, Mr. Finch.
Thank you, Miss.
Pilkington. Rosemary Pilkington.
Glad to be aboard.
Well, Rosemary, you see?
I think it's fascinating.
I've seen some ambitious characters around here, but this boy's the eagerest beaver of them all.
New Rochelle.
Huh?
Or maybe White Plains. No, New Rochelle.
Huh?
New Rochelle.
What are you talking about?
New Rochelle.
What about it? Rochelle, your darling tycoon will be here, in the office.
Girls,
The future Mrs. Finch is in for some lonely nights.
I'm prepared for exactly that sort of thing. I'll be so happy to keep his dinner warm while he goes onward and upward. Happy to keep his dinner warm till he comes wearily home from downtown. I'll be there waiting until his mind is clear while he looks through me, right through me.
There's no coffee.
Coffee? No coffee?
No coffee.
No coffee?
If I can't take my coffee break, my coffee break, my coffee break. If I can't take my coffee break, something within me dies.
Lies down and something within me dies. If I can't make 3 daily trips, brush cutting shrine, read 90 drips, and tease cardboard between my lips, something within me dies. Lies down and something within me dies. No coffee? No coffee, no coffee, no coffee, no coffee, no coffee, no coffee, no coffee. That office light doesn't have to be fluorescent. I'll get no pains in the head. That office chair doesn't have to be foam rubber. So if I spread, but only one chemical substance gets out the lead. Like she said, if I can't take my coffee break, my coffee break, my coffee break, if I can't take my coffee break,
Gone is the sense of enterprise.
gone and something within me dies. No coffee, 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 no coffee. If I can't take my coffee break, somehow the soul no longer tries. Coffee, coffee,
Somewhere I can't metabolize.
coffee, coffee, something within me. Coffee or otherwise, coffee or otherwise, coffee or otherwise, something inside of me dies.
What is that?
You have alertly seized your opportunities and are now on the first rung of the ladder. You are working in the mailroom. One word of caution about the mailroom: it is a place out of which you must get. Some of your rivals will not have the advantage of this knowledge, but you are forearmed. Do not get stuck in the mailroom. Plan to rise.
Mitch, where are you going? What have you got there?
It's the executive mail.
That. Trying to get in good on the inside, huh? I can't even take a coffee break around here.
But I'm merely trying to do my job.
Finch, the executive mail is my job. If you have any ideas of climbing a ladder around here, the view is going to be awfully monotonous. I mean, every time you look up, you'll see the seat of my pants.
That's just mean. You know, Bud Frump is just jealous of you. He's trying to keep the big executives from noticing you.
Thanks for standing up for me, Miss Pilkington.
Please, call me Rosemary.
Okay, Rosemary.
Now, Mr. Finch.
Call me Ponty.
Okay, Ponty. The big executives will notice you. Just be patient.
Patient? Do you realize I've been working here for 1 whole week?
I know, Ponty. I haven't forgotten. Happy anniversary.
Thanks, Rosemary. At least you noticed me.
I wish I were an executive. Uh-oh, here comes the queen.
Huh?
That's Miss Jones, Mr. Bigley's secretary. I better look busy. You too.
Pardon me, ma'am. You really should be wearing this. It goes with your hair.
Young man, you want me to have this flower? You don't know who I am?
You see, that doesn't matter. What matters is that flower seemed to cry out to be won by you.
Young man, I'm Miss Jones, Mr. Bigley's secretary.
No, it just can't be. I mean, it just can't be.
Why not?
Well, from Bud Frump's description of you, you're not a frightening person. If it's not out of place for me to say, Miss Jones, I think you're very attractive, no matter what Bud Frump says.
What did you say your name was?
Finch, ma'am. Pierpont Finch. F-I-N-C-H.
How is it I haven't seen you before?
Well, you know, I'm not supposed to deliver the executive mail. That's his job. Bud Frump, F-R-U-M-P.
Well, thank you very much, Finch. You're a very interesting young man.
Thanks, Miss Jones.
Say, Jonesy, I'd like an appointment with the boss at around 3.
I'll check on it, Jones, and let you know.
Flowers? You got a boyfriend, Jonesy.
This was given to me by a very nice young man. You should meet him. Finch?
Yes?
Finch, this is Mr. Gatch.
How do you do, Mr. Datch?
Hello?
Mr. Gatch would be a good man for you to know. His department is very important.
Oh, I know all about Mr. Gatch. He's in charge of plans and systems and interdepartmental evaluation, also pre-promotional promotion, post-administrative research, and multiple development on a multi-level level.
Say, Jonesy, this one smart kid, I didn't even know I did all that.
Fine man, Mr. Gatch. Say, I hear he has an opening in his department.
Yes, he has, but he hasn't been able to make up his mind. Well, thank you for the flower, young man.
You're welcome, Miss Jones.
Hi, Jonesy.
That would be Miss Jones.
Say, Rosemary, I just wanted to know that.
Bitch, quit goofing off. You gotta pick up that second.
Righto, bud. Oh, buddy boy. Well, gotta go to work now, Rosemary. Thanks for the flower.
Thanks for the flower. You gave my flower to Miss Jones.
Rosemary, surely you don't begrudge an old lady a moment of happiness.
Well, I guess it is important for you to be nice to Miss Jones.
I'm glad you understand. Well, see you later, Rosemary.
Bye, Ponty. So, Rosemary, how you doing? Oh, I don't know. He's... What's the opposite of a sex maniac? A businessman.
Hello? Operator? Give me an outside line. No, this is not a personal call. I'm calling my mother. Thanks. One of these days, when I'm running the show around here, I'll clear out the hole. Hello? Mother? It's Bud. I know I left without my sweater this morning, but it's warm out. Now listen, I have something important to tell you. There's going to be a new head of the mailroom, and I want the job. You've got to tell Aunt Gertrude and... I know I'm next in line, but there's this new fellow working here, and he really has me worried. Oh, you know, he comes in on time, works hard, never goofs off. He's polite. You know, a real rat.
Yes, Miss Jones, what do you want?
Mr. Bigley, your wife is calling.
My wife? Tell her I'm out. Tell her I'm busy. Tell her I'm in a meeting. Blast it, put her on. Hello, Gertrude. Glad you called. What's on your mind? I'm busy. Well, Gertrude, I can't help Bud there. The head of the mail should pick his own successor. I can't switch signals in the middle of the play. I'd upset the whole team. If I interfered, it would be nepotism. Nepotism. It's when your nephew's a darn fool. Well, I'll see. Miss Jones.
Yes, Mr. B.
Miss Jones, I've told you talking to my wife upsets me.
Well, JB, you said to put her on and...
Never mind that. I need something to calm my nerves. Where is my, you know.
I put it in the back of your right-hand bottom drawer.
Thanks.
Let's get going, boys.
Yes, sir, Mr. Twimble. I've already started sorting.
Finch, as head of this entire mailroom, I'd like to say I'm very pleased with your work.
Oh, thank you, sir.
You really have an important gift for mailroomery.
Thank you, Mr. Twimble. Coming from you, that's a great honor.
Hello, mailroomery. No, mailroom. Just a minute. It's for you, Twimble. Ah, this may be a very important call for some of us. Hello? What's the big idea?
The idea of what, Bud?
You know, you're trying to butter up Twimble. Well, believe Believe me, it's not going to do you any good.
Just because I'm being nice to a man, does that mean I have to have an angle?
Well, if anybody's going to get his job, you know.
I got you, Mr. Bratt. Thanks very much. Well, boys, it looks as if they're promoting old Twimble to the shipping department.
Congratulations.
Well, who's going to be the new head of the mailroom?
I won't say till it's official, but I will tell you this. Mr. Bratt is leaving the choice to me. Twimble, he said, the mailroom is the nerve center of this mighty organization. You've been an outstanding mailroom head, and we want you to choose your successor. And we want you to choose him on merit. On merit alone.
Well, that's not fair. I'm going out for a smoke.
Smoke, Homo. He's going to call his mother. But it's not going to help him if I have anything to say about it. I have somebody else in mind for this job, ho-ho.
Mr. Twimble, you've been with this company a long time, haven't you?
Oh, long time. Last month I was made a quarter of a century man.
That's beautiful. Gee, a quarter of a century.
A quarter of a century.
And how long have you been in the mailroom?
25 years. You know, it's not easy to get a medal like this one. It takes a combination of skill, diplomacy, and bold caution. When I joined this firm as a brash young man, well, I said to myself, now brash young man, don't get any ideas. Well, I stuck to that, and I haven't had one in years.
You play it safe.
I play it the company way. Wherever the company puts me, there I'll stay.
But what is your point of view?
I have no point of view.
Supposing the company...
I think so too.
Well, what would you say?
I wouldn't say.
Your face is a company face.
It smiles at executives and goes back in place.
The company furniture.
Oh, it suits me fine.
The company letterhead.
It's a valentine.
Oh, is there anything you're against?
Unemployment.
When they want brilliant thinking from employees.
That is no concern of mine.
Suppose a man of genius makes suggestions.
Watch that genius get suggested to resign.
So you play it the company way.
All company policy is by me okay.
You'll never rise up to the
But
top.
there's one thing clear. Whoever the company fires, I will still be here.
You've certainly found a home.
It's cozy.
Your brain is a company brain.
The company washed it and now I can't complain.
The company magazine.
Boy, what style, what punch.
The company restaurant.
Every day, same lunch. Their haddock sandwich. It's delicious.
I must try it.
Early in the week.
Do you have any hobbies?
I've a hobby. I play gin with Mr. Bratt.
And do you play it nicely?
Play it nicely. Still he blitzes me in every game like that.
Why?
'Cause I play it the company way. Executive policy is by me okay.
You'll never get anywhere.
Junior, have no fear. Whoever the company fires, I will still be
You will
here.
still be
Year after fiscal. Never take a risk all year. Well, let's get back to work. They may be promoting me, but till then the mail must go through. Hi, bud. How's your mother?
What mother?
What mother?
Hello, man. Walt Twimble, as of now, you're head of shipping.
Well, thanks very much.
Now let's talk about your successor.
Say, Brett, have you heard from my uncle today?
No, bud. Walt Twimble, your shoes are going to be hard to fill, but have you picked who you want to fill them?
Well, I've given it a great deal of thought, pro and con, and I believe the man for the job is young Finch.
Congratulations, Finch.
I'm going out for a smoke.
Thank you, sir, but I can't accept.
Are you job now?
That's right, sir. You see, I feel that there's a man better qualified. A man who's been here a lot longer than I. Gentlemen, I recommend Bud Frump.
You're kidding. Bud Frump?
Well, this is interesting. I mean, surprise-wise. Well, if he feels that way.
I'm gonna call my mother and tell her. I don't understand.
You see, Mr. Twimble, knowing you has taught me an awful lot.
Hello? This is Brett. Hey, JB.
It's the big boss.
Oh, I understand, JB. Actually, we have picked someone for the job, but the young fellow turned the job over to Bud Frump. He said Bud is better qualified. No, he doesn't seem to be out of his mind. Actually, he was just explaining himself when you called. Go ahead, bitch.
You see, Mr. Twimble, the great thing you have taught me is that no individual is greater than the whole company.
He says no individual is greater than the whole company.
You see, no player is bigger than the team.
He says no player is bigger than the team.
The whole crew is greater than any one oarsman.
The whole crew is greater than any one oarsman.
The whole salad is bigger than any one piece of lettuce.
The whole What? Oh, you can't hear me.
The whole omelet is bigger than any one egg.
Ain't it great, JB? Kinda chokes you up inside, doesn't it? His name? It's Finch, sir.
F-I-N-C-H.
F-I-N-C-H. You know, I'm gonna keep an eye on him myself, JB. Alright, see you later. Finch, you just got me off the spot with JB Bigley.
It was my pleasure, Mr. Bratt.
I really appreciate it. Good luck, Twimble.
Say, Mr. Twimble, wasn't I supposed to deliver something to Mr. Gatch?
Gatch?
Gatch.
Gatch?
Gatch.
See, I just remembered something. Mr. Gatch is looking for a junior executive in his department.
He is?
I'm gonna talk to him about you.
Me? A junior executive?
Your generosity and thoughtfulness may prove to be a good thing for you.
By George, ethical behavior always pays.
Go with me, Finch.
My mother was very happy.
Boys and girls, I have an announcement to make. Come on, gather round. I'd like to announce to you the new head of the mailroom, Bud Frump.
Good luck, Bud.
Thanks, howdy, old man.
Finch, come with me. I gotta talk to you.
Sure amazed me. I'm still wondering why he did this for me.
So am I. I still think my original choice of man was best.
Wait a minute, Twimble. Connie okayed it.
It's just that.
We'll have no reneging. I was promised the job.
Wait a minute, bud. I've been here a long time. A quarter of a century. I just want to make sure things are done the right way.
I know what you mean, Mr. Twimble. From now on, I'll play it the company way. Wherever the company puts me there, I'll stay. Whatever my company think, I think so too. I've conquered that overambitious rat inside. I pledge to the company sweet conformity. Hooray! Hooray! I will someday earn my medal. 25-year employee. I'll see to it that the medal is the only thing they'll ever pin on me. I'll never be president, but there's one thing clear. As long as my uncle can stand me, I will still be here. I'm so proud! I'm happy! Rumble play your company, rumble play your company, rumble play your company way! All right, everybody, it's a celebration. I invite you all to lunch, and it's on me.
I have another announcement to make. Mr. Gatch is taking young Finch into his department as junior executive.
Wait a minute.
What about that lunch?
Wait a minute! Wait a minute! No! That lunch is Dutch! In fact, it's canceled! Wait a minute!
Ponty, that's wonderful. Wonderful. I told you to have patience.
Thanks, Rosemary. You were right.
You should have someone around all the time to help you think things through.
You know, maybe I should.
Ponty, I'm always available.
You sure are wonderful, Rosemary. And I hope someday I can show my appreciation in you.
Lunch.
Huh?
I said lunch.
What about lunch?
I'd love to.
Love to what?
You said, what about lunch? Gee, I thought you'd never ask. Now let's see, where will we go? Say, I know. There's a little tea room, a very cute place called the Hungry Tea. I'll get my things and meet you right here.
I didn't mean, what about lunch? I meant, what about lunch?
Say, Finch, how's the young junior executive feeling?
Fine, Mr. Gatch, fine.
Say, I'll buy you lunch up on the executive roof. Up on the roof.
Me? Lunch? In the executive club?
Well, yeah, now that you're my junior executive, I can put you on my expense account.
Thanks, Mr. Gatch. That's a great honor. I'll go get my coat.
All right, I'll meet you at the elevator. Say, Rosemary, dear, seeing you always brightens up my day.
Please, Mr. Gatch.
I've got to stop reading Playboy.
Rosemary, I have some exciting news. Mr. Gatch is taking me to lunch in the executive club.
To lunch?
Yep, how do I look?
You look fine, Ponty. Just fine. Have a good time.
Thanks, Rosemary.
If you have followed the simple instructions exactly as outlined, you should by now be a junior executive. Congratulations. Nothing can stop you now.
Happy to keep his dinner warm till he comes wearily home.
Yes, dear. Yes, dear, but Gertrude, I haven't got time for this nonsense about Bud. I know blood is thicker than water, but Bud Frump is thicker than anything. I'll promote him when I'm ready. Now you listen to me, Gertrude. The next time Bud complains to his mother, and she calls you, and you call me, you're all fired. Yes, Miss Jones.
There's a young lady who wishes to speak with you, Mr. B. She says it's personal.
What's she want? What's her name?
She says you'll know.
Oh, put her on. Put her on. Hello. Now, you knew I wouldn't forget. I'll take care of everything one moment. Miss Jones, give me Bratton personnel right away. Fine, now. You be here tomorrow. Fine, okay, bye-bye. Hello, Brat. JB. I'd like you to do me a favor. I wonder if you had a spot for a young lady that wants to be a secretary. She's an old friend of the family's. Her father was a classmate of mine at Old Ivy. She's a bright girl, got a good head on her shoulders. Her name is LaRue. Hetty LaRue.
Can I help you, honey?
Scram.
You don't understand, miss. I'm Bud Frump, J.B. Bigley's nephew.
Oh, how do you do? I'm waiting for Mr. Braddock personnel. I'm a secretary.
I spotted that the moment you came in.
Oh, thank you. I'm new at this. And
Miss LaRue?
yeah, I mean yes.
I'm Bert Pratt, personnel. Sorry to keep you waiting.
Oh, not at all, sir. It is I who am late.
Oh, not really.
Oh yes, I was very naughty this morning. I'm still not accustomed to early arisal.
I understand. If you step in my office, well, these are my secretaries.
Pleased to meet ya. Likewise. Oh, Mr. Bratt. Mr. Bratt,
Yes,
I have to get some new tax withholding blanks.
you do that. Miss LaRue, if you step in my office, I'll get your particulars.
Oh, 39, 22, 38.
Yes, I won the pool!
Boy, isn't she something? She sure is. Gentlemen, a moment, please. Miss LaRue will be assigned according to procedure. As soon as all of her qualifications have been determined.
I'd sure like to determine them.
Gentlemen, a secretary is not a toy. No, my boy, not a toy. To fondle and dandle and playfully handle in search of so pure a joy. No, a secretary is not, definitely not a toy.
You're absolutely right, Mr. Bratt.
We wouldn't have it any other way, Mr. Bratt.
It's a company rule, Mr. Bratt.
And you'll find nothing like her at Theo Schwartz.
A secretary is not a pet.
Nor any rector said. It happened to Charlie McCoy, boy, they fired him like a shot. The day the fellow forgot, a secretary is not a toy. A secretary is not a toy.
When you put to use, observe what you learn to use. That you don't find a name Lionel on her caboose.
A secretary is not a thing about a people mystery. Her path is to write it and not to deny it. If that's what you plan to enjoy, no. A secretary is definitely not employed to do a good lot. Or you know what? Before you jump for joy, remember this, my boy. A secretary is not a secret toy. So I said, just keep your hands where they belong.
So he said, I'm next in line for promotion.
So I said, keep your hands where they belong.
So he said I'll be head of sales in a year with a raise.
So I said, keep your hands where they belong.
Man, I can't wait to see those new production charts.
So what the heck of having dinner with them?
Miss Jones, did you call my wife and tell her I won't be home for dinner?
Yes, Mr. B. By the way, Dr. Goldman's at the office. Tomorrow is Saturday, and he'll be playing with Mr. Walker, the chairman of the board.
Oh, yes, well, I'll be staying in town tonight, so I'll pick up those clubs in the morning.
And you asked me to remind you about your College Alumni Association.
Oh, yes, well, send them the same check. I get a kick out of thinking in their faces when they get that fat check from those least likely to succeed.
Very well, Mr. Bigley.
Say, JB, there's a phone call for you. It's your wife.
My wife? Blast it, I'll take it in your office. That'll be all, Miss Jones.
Oh, Miss Jones.
Oh, hello, Ponty. How's the young junior executive?
Just fine, thanks to all the helpful advice I've been getting from you.
Well, I'm glad our little talks have proven valuable.
They sure have. By the way, good luck tonight.
Good luck.
In the bowling. I hear you're the best bowler on the ladies' team.
How sweet of you to take an interest in that.
Oh, I'm fascinated by the hobbies of people I like.
Say, would you like to come watch us bowl tonight?
Gee, I'd love to, but, I really should go to bed early. I'm working tomorrow.
On Saturday? No one around here works on Saturday. Ponty, you're a very unusual boy. You'll go far.
That means a lot you saying that, Miss Jones, because you're Mr. Bidley's secretary, and he's the man I most want to emulate. I mean, he's so capable and thoughtful. I just heard him remembering to send a check to his old college. Harvard, isn't it?
Harvard? Don't ever let JB hear you say a thing like that. He's a groundhog.
But where did he go to college?
Old Ivy.
Old Ivy?
Of course, they're the groundhogs. Mr. Bidley is very proud of his old school. Well, good night, Ponty.
Good night, Miss Jones.
Don't work too hard.
Oh, don't worry. I won't.
Hello, stranger.
Hi, Rosemary. Hey, girls.
Hi, Ponty. Been a long day.
It sure has.
I haven't seen you since you got your new job.
Oh, well, I've been working pretty hard.
Been a long day.
Say, Rosemary, where are you having dinner tonight?
Well, that all depends.
On what?
On where I'm having dinner.
Huh? Oh.
Here it is, 5 p.m., the finish of a long day's work, and there they are, both of them, the secretary and the clerk. Not very well acquainted, not very much to say, but I can hear those two little minds ticking away. Now she's thinking, I wonder if we take the same bus. Now he's thinking,
There could be fine things between us.
now she's thinking, he really is a dear. And he's thinking,
But what if I'm here?
then she says, oh, and he says,
Well, it's been a long day.
well, it's been a long, been a long, been a long, been a long day. And she's thinking, I wish that we were more of a flirt. And he's thinking,
I guess a little flirty won't hurt.
then she's thinking, for dinner we could meet. And he's thinking,
We both have gotta eat.
then she says, achoo! And he says,
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
Well, it's been a long day.
well, it's been a long, been a long, been a long, been a long day.
Hey, there's a yummy Friday special at Stouffer's. It's $1.90 vegetable plate.
And at the bottom of the ad, not bad, service for two, $3.58. To make a bargain, make a date. Wonderful!
It's fate.
Now she's thinking, what female kind of trap could I spring? And he's thinking,
I might as well forget the whole thing.
then she's thinking, suppose I take his arm. And he's thinking,
Well, really, what's the harm?
then she says, hungry? And he says,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Well, it's been a long day. Well, it's been a long, been a long, been a long, been a long day. Well, it's been a long, been a long, been a long, been a long day.
Close the ring. Oh, buddy boy, you've been talking to your mother again. She wants you promoted.
Why not? Other people are being promoted.
Well, I told your Aunt Gertrude that, and she just...
Oh, Oh, there you. Oh, good evening, Mr. Bigley.
Good evening, Miss LaRue.
Uncle Jasper.
I told you never to call me that around here.
Sorry, JB.
Now, haven't you got something to do?
Oh, I was gonna go get my coat and go home.
Good. So how do you like your job, Miss LaRue?
It's a big fat nothing.
Sweetheart, don't talk that way around here.
I thought you were going to help me become a big businesswoman like Helen Rubinstein or Betty Crocker. So what happens? I get stuck in the gosh dang stenographic pool with no one to fish me the heck out.
Shh, Angel, these things take time. You have to learn it. Yes, Miss, in a large operation like Worldwide, there are many multiple facets which are very important in the scheme of things. Hetty, I promise you.
I had a wonderful job and cigarette at the Copa.
But the surroundings. You said you hated those men staring at you, making advances?
It's no different around here in big business. At least at the Copa, when I got pitched, I got tipped. Around here, a girl can even bend down to pick up a pencil with confidence.
You mean someone's been bothering you? Who? Just let me know. Who? Yes, Miss, in a large operation like Worldwide facets, there are many multiple wickets which are very important in the scheme of things. Who pinched you?
I don't care about that. Look, you didn't keep your part of my bargain.
Hetty, tell you what. I'll meet you at your place in 10 minutes and we can talk this over.
No.
But Angel... Yes, Miss, in a large operation like Worldwide, wickets are many multiple facets. Which... Why don't you go home?
I'm waiting for the elevator.
Why don't you walk down?
It's 30 floors.
Why don't you jump?
Pretty attractive girl, Miss LaRue.
Huh? Oh, yes. I was just trying to make her feel at home. She seems to be a rather shy person.
Yes, well, you go on ahead now, JB. I'm having dinner with Mother tonight. She loves dinner with me. I tell her everything that happens all day at the office. Now he's thinking.
This kid could really put me through hell.
And she's thinking.
The kid could even name the hotel.
And he's thinking.
I wonder if he'd dare.
And she's thinking.
There's blackmail in the air.
And he says.
It's a holdup.
And she says.
Down?
Wait a minute. Okay, you're promoted.
Well, it's been a long, been a long, been a long, been a long day.
Well, it's been a long, been a long, been a long, been a long day. Ha!
Okay, Jackie, that's it. Yep, as big as a span. I bet some slob will come in now and dirty it all up. No, not on a Saturday morning. Come on, let's go do the big shots now.
Good morning.
Is it morning already, sir?
Good gosh, man. Have you been here all night?
I just had a few things I needed to finish up on. I shouldn't be much longer.
By George, I've forgotten your name.
Finch, sir. F-I-N-C-H.
Oh, yes. I've heard some good things about you from my scouts.
Thank you, sir.
You know, Finch, it's good to see a man in there carrying the ball. You know, you make me feel a bit guilty. I just came in to pick up my clubs. I'm playing around today with old Wally Whomper. He's the chairman of the board, you know.
Well, I imagine one has to do that sort of thing every once in a while.
Now, don't push yourself too hard, Finch. There are limits, you know.
Oh, don't worry about me, sir.
Well, I'll just go get those clubs. What's that you're humming?
Oh, I didn't realize I was humming, sir.
You were humming the old Ivy Fight song.
It must have been unconscious on my part.
Did you go there? Were you a groundhog?
Well, sir, it's just...
Out with it, boy. I know a lot of men have an inferiority complex because they didn't go to Yale or Princeton. But you're not ashamed of old Ivy, are you?
No, sir, not a bit.
That's the groundhog spirit. I should have known you were old, Ivy. What year? Finch, when did you graduate?
Oh, I'm sorry, sir. I was just thinking about the big game this afternoon. I'm sorry I have to miss it. You know, we're playing the Chipmunks.
That's right. I hope those darn chipmunks don't give us too much trouble.
Oh, I think we'll be all right, sir. Old Charnowski's knee is feeling much better.
Oh, Charnowski back in. The whole team from Merrill should pick up. He's the dirtiest player we've got.
You know, sir, even though we won't be there in person, we'll still be rooting for him, right?
Right. Groundhog!
Groundhog!
So did I, boy. Well, I'll go get those gloves. What's that you're doing?
26, 27, 28, 20, oh, I'm sorry, sir. You know, I just wanted to finish this row. I guess this looks silly, but I've always found that knitting helps me think more clearly.
By George, I knit too.
Really?
Yeah, I've been doing it for years. It's great for my nerves. Nobody knows but my secretary, Miss Jones. You know her.
Yeah, I know her.
Say, what's this going to be?
Oh, you know, I was thinking of making like a birdcage cover.
Birdcage cover, huh? I've never made one of those. But how do you like this?
Oh, sir, this is beautiful.
And see these? Made those too. Popcorn stitch.
Oh. You know, sir, I feel sorry for men who don't knit. They lead empty lives.
I like the way you think, Fink.
That's Think Finch, sir.
Think Finch, yes. Say, what are you headed for around here? What's your ambition in this outfit? Bright boy like you must have it all planned out.
Well, you know, sir, if I ever get into a position where I have a choice, I'd like to be in something like real down to earth, you know, something a man can sink his teeth into, you know, like the advertising department.
Advertising? Son, I will have it for an old classmate of mine. Why, this company's been through 15 advertising men in the last year alone. The poor devil's disappeared at the rate of one a month.
Well, why's that?
I fired him.
Well, a man with ideas, he could swing it.
Ideas. I keep hiring men who are supposed to have brilliant ideas, and not one of them will do what I want. Nah, son, you stick to what you're doing. Darn good department. By the way, where are you?
Plans and Systems, Mr. Gatz's department.
Good man, Gatch. Knows what he's doing. Nah, you stick with him, and I'll keep my eye on you too.
Well, here you are, sir. Have a wonderful day. I've got to get this done by midnight.
Midnight? That's the groundhog spirit. Groundhog!
Groundhog!
Beautiful. What was that?
mean, it's not bad considering. I did want my name on the door, though, but I decided not to ask because, you know, there's no door.
It's beautiful. I can only stay for a minute. I just wanted to tell you I had a good time the other night.
Me too. I enjoyed the conversation. It was, well, I guess I talked the whole time.
I liked it. But just one thing, Ponty, about later. When we said goodnight, I mean, it was our first date, and I don't want you to get the wrong impression of me, but, well, I suppose it's natural for a fella to try and get a little fresh with a girl and make a pass at her. But you didn't do anything.
I had to get up early. Sir, miss.
I'm Miss LaRue, honey.
What can I do for you, Miss LaRue?
A secretary was ordered to be assigned to you. I'm your assignation. You didn't tell me you were getting a secretary.
I just found out myself.
Well, happy dictation, Ponty. Bye.
Now, won't you sit down, Miss LaRue?
Thank you.
Now, Miss LaRue.
Oh, just call me Hetty.
Well, I think that perhaps, you know, in a business relationship.
You're cute.
Excuse me for a moment.
Choosing a secretary can be fraught with peril. Take a good look at the young lady who has been assigned to you. If she is so attractive that you feel things are too good to be true, be very careful. It may be that one of the big men in the company is interested in her career. There is a simple test for this. Check on her secretarial skill. The smaller her ability, the bigger her protector.
Now, Miss LaRue, Hetty, let's try some dictation. Take a letter.
Shoot.
This is to Mr. Gatch. Dear Mr. Gatch, pursuant to our discussion of...
Wait a minute. You trying to catch a train?
What are you taking this down in?
Longhand. It's safer. I make up for it when I type.
Oh, you type fast?
Like a jackrabbit. 12 words a minute.
Now, Hetty, just let that letter wait for a moment. I want you to take this to Mr. Gatch.
Mr. Gatch.
That's right. He's my boss, and I want you to take that to him himself. Hetty, personally.
Okay, Charlie.
Hello, Mr. Gatch's office. One moment, please. Mr. Gatch, Mr. Finch's secretary is outside, and she'd like to see you personally.
Have her come in.
Oh, get her.
Me too.
Mr. Gatch?
Yes.
I'm Mr. Finch's secretary. He asked me to give you this.
Say, what are you doing tonight?
I've got a date with my gentleman friend.
Oh, come on. You're in the big time now. Or are you messing around with some small fry?
Hello? Mr. Finch's office? One moment. It's for you. Production.
Hello? Yeah, this is Finch. Oh, well, I'm in charge of plans and systems now. Mr. Gatch? He's on an out-of-town assignment. Where? Venezuela.
Say, Jenkins, I was just gonna call you. We have a new vice president in charge of advertising.
Another one? Who is it this time?
A man by the name of Ovington. Benjamin Burton Daniel Ovington. Anyways, we're giving a big reception tonight.
It's in the executive club on the roof.
I wonder how long this guy will last.
I don't know, but you should invite your secretaries to come. We're inviting some of the executive secretaries to act as hostesses. Okay, Brad.
Rosemary, we've had lunch without you. Where have you been? Girls, I've been made secretary to the new advertising manager. Oh, good. What's he like? Oh, I don't care about him. But this means that I'm invited to the reception this evening, and Ponty will be there too. I've been dreaming of a chance like this. Ponty has never seen me all dressed up, glamorous. Do you know what this is? Your lunch? Girls, this is the answer to how to succeed with Finch. A new dress. It's just beautiful. I hope it works. Good luck, Rosemary. Thanks, girls. I think maybe I'll get a new dress for the party tonight, too. I hope it works. You'll be very popular at the party tonight. Maybe I will be at that. I'm thinking of starting a secret rumor that I'm a nymphomaniac. I slipped out this afternoon and bought some love insurance, a most exclusive dress from Gay Paris. It's sleek and chic and magnifique with sex beyond endurance. It's me, it's absolutely me. And one guy, this irresistible Paris original I'm wearing tonight. I'm wearing tonight, especially for him. Irresistible Paris originals, all paid for in mine. I must look divine, especially for him. Suddenly he will see me, and suddenly he'll go dreamy, and blame it all on his own masculine whim, never knowing that this irresistible Paris original, so temptingly tight, I'm wearing tonight, especially for him, for him, for him. This irresistible Paris original I'm wearing tonight. She's wearing tonight, and I could spit some irresponsible dress manufacturer just didn't play fair. I'm one of a pair, and I could. Oh no.
has been in trouble for a long time. Well, I think we finally have a man who's going to help put Worldwide Wickets back on top. Mr. Benjamin Burton Daniel Ovington.
Thanks, boys and girls. I just want to say I'm proud to be joining the Worldwide Wicket family. Now, I don't know very much about wickets, but I do know a lot about advertising. And my theory on advertising can be summed up in one sentence. Shove it down their throats with a soft sell.
Good sound thinking.
And I'd like to say that.
Benjamin Burton Daniel Ovington, what the heck kind of a name is that?
But I'd like to say.
Say, Bud.
You call this a double martini? There's only one olive in it.
JB says for you to take Miss LaRue home. She's not feeling well.
I'm feeling fine.
You feel terrible.
Hey, Mitch, let's dance.
Everybody dance!
JP's office. He has a private shower. I'll take a shower, then go back to the party.
All right, Eddie, have a nice shower.
Thanks, bud. You know, you're cute. Not as cute as Finch, but you're cute.
Not as cute as Finch. Say, Pete, you going up to the party?
Yeah.
Could you tell Finch I need him down here? Tell him it's important.
Okay.
Old Eddie's in there taking a shower, and I got a little something up my sleeve. I'll put Finch right on this. Oh, hello, Finch.
What's the idea of this, bud?
I don't know. JB wants to see you in his office. He'll meet you there.
Well, I was just talking to him and he didn't say anything.
I don't know. He probably didn't want to say anything in front of Ovington. You know how it is around here with advertising managers.
Bud, do you think that your uncle is considered...
I don't know anything. I was just told to tell you to go to his office.
Well, I haven't seen his office anyway. Thanks, bud.
You're welcome. Now get my uncle. Goodbye, Finchy. Hello, Uncle Jasper. Ole.
Someday.
Guess who?
Mr. Bigley.
No, it's me.
Oh, hi, Hetty. I was supposed to meet Mr. Bigley here.
Mr. Bigley, he's not coming. Somebody gave you a bum steer.
I should have known it was a rib. Well, I better...
What's your hurry?
I think I should get back to the party now.
It's more fun down here.
Well, you know, I think I'd better.
You're anxious to get back to that Rosemary, huh? Are you stuck on her?
Rosemary? No, she and I, we're just good friends.
That's very sensible. An upcoming young chap like you shouldn't be getting tied down. I've been watching you, Buster. You're going places.
Yeah, Venezuela. Look, Hetty.
Would if JB just die if he walked in and found you kissing me?
You know, frankly, I'd rather he didn't.
Come on, let's try it.
Uh-uh.
You'd better, Finch. If you don't kiss me, I'll tell JB you did.
All right, but just once. Rosemary.
Huh?
Can't you hear it? Rosemary.
Rosemary?
That kiss.
What about that?
a symphony. I must have been in love ever since you took my particulars.
And you found this out by kissing me?
Yes, Hetty.
I don't know my own strength.
Suddenly there is music in the sound of your name. Rosemary. Rosemary was the melody locked inside me till at last out it came. Rosemary. Rosemary, just imagine if we kissed. What a crescendo! Not to be missed. As for the rest of my lifetime program, give me more of the same. Rosemary. Rosemary, there is wonderful music in the very sound of your name.
Conti, I heard Bud Frump talking at the party. Where is she?
Rosemary, something wonderful has happened.
What are you talking about?
Can't you hear it? Can't you hear it? Suddenly there is music in the sound of your name.
I can't hear a thing.
Rosemary, just listen. It's all around me like a beautiful pink sky.
Now listen here, J. Pierpont Finch. Have you lost your mind?
Rosemary, darling, will you marry J. Pierpont Finch?
Now I hear it! I hear it! I hear it! I hear it! Suddenly there is music in the sound of your name. J. Pierpont.
Rosemary, just imagine if we kissed. What a crescendo. Not to be missed. As for the rest of my lifetime program, give me more of the same. Rosemary, there is wonderful music in the very sound of your name. Rosemary, I must have been so wrapped up in trying to get ahead that I never realized it's as though I'm seeing you for the first time.
And I'm seeing you for the first time. You have on two different kinds of lipstick. Mine and hers.
Oh, Rosemary, this isn't what it looks like. This is very easily explained.
Well, don't let me keep you. Go on. Go back to making out with her. Kiss her again. Take her home for the weekend. I don't care.
Now what do I do?
Let's do what she said.
Uh-oh. Get back in there.
I have nothing to hide.
Yes, you do. And keep it hidden. You, Snake, kiss me.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought,
Oh, it's my fault, Mr. Bigley. I insisted that Mr. Finch show me your office.
I see. Well, I actually just came in to wash up.
Excuse me.
Finch, I owe you an apology.
You do, sir, for what?
Never mind. I do want you to know, though, that I still do not approve of what you were doing when I came in here. I don't approve anything between executives and their secretaries.
Well, sir, Miss Pilkington, she's not my secretary.
Oh, yes. Good point.
I figured you might be here, JB.
I didn't get to finish my speech yet.
You made a fine speech.
Yes, you did, Miss Remington. Very fine speech.
Ovington, this is Finch of Plants and Systems.
How do you do, Miss Remington?
How you do?
You know, Miss Remington, I didn't get a chance to tell you earlier at the party, but I'm very interested in advertising, and I've read a lot about you in Fortune magazine. Some wonderful stuff.
Thank you.
Hey, JB, did you know that Miss Remington was an All-American halfback in college?
Is that so, Ovington? Where'd you play?
The greatest little college in the world. Northern State.
A chipmunk!
Right? I sure am a chipmunk. See the way we murdered those groundhogs last Saturday?
Ovington, I'm not a bigot. I've hired men from all colleges, Bulldogs, Trojans, Gophers, Badgers, even Hoosiers, but never a chipmunk. Your resignation has been accepted. Red!
Chipmunk grog! Chipmunk grog! Chipmunk!
That was a narrow squeak.
It was a big shock to me, sir.
You know, it's a good thing you're on the ball when it comes to advertising, Finch.
JB, what are we going to do about a new advertising manager?
Finch, maybe it's fate you being here at this very moment. You've always wanted this rotten job. Do you think you can handle it?
Well, yeah, I don't know, sir.
If there's one thing I admire in a man, it's humility. Finch, as of now, I'm making you vice president in full charge of advertising.
Oh boy, me? A vice president?
JB, I don't want to question your decision, but Finch is rather inexperienced and...
I like him.
I like him.
You know, Brian, I think we've hit on something here. This boy's full of great ideas.
Ideas? Tell us some of them, Finch.
Well, I haven't had time to figure them.
Come on, Finch, what are those ideas?
Well, sir, it's just that.
Get on the ball or you'll be out of here like a shot.
You know, sir, it's just...
Put up or shut up, son.
You know, sir, I just want to be able to give you a clear-cut campaign.
JB, the plans board is meeting the day after tomorrow. Finch can tell us all his ideas then.
Fine, Finch. You've got 48 hours to make an advertising presentation. Better get going, Finch. You're now a vice president in full charge of advertising. And frankly, up to now, I'm pretty dissatisfied with your work.
I don't care. I'm a vice president now. Vice President Finch. Hello? Give me the stationery office downstairs. Yes, this is Mr. Finch. Remember those cards you spoke about last week? Yeah, go ahead and print them right away. Now, where was it? Oh, girls, you can come out now.
Thanks, Rosemary.
Rosemary, I have some wonderful news. They want to make me a vice president in charge of advertising.
Congratulations. Can I be your secretary?
No, gee, you know, I'd love that, Hetty, but Rosemary's going to be my secretary.
I'll go back to the Sinnoh pool. Guess I'll wait for that pitch until after he's married.
Rosemary.
I'm going to be your secretary.
Why not? You were Mr. Ovington's secretary, and I'm taking over his whole department now.
And what makes you think I'd be your secretary? I'd rather die.
Rosemary, you must. You have to. I'm in charge of advertising now. You know how tough that is. Rosemary, I need you.
You do? Well, all right, I'll be your secretary.
Good. Now let's get started.
Finch, aren't you forgetting something?
Oh, yeah. Hello, operator? Who paints names on office doors?
Finch, aren't you going to kiss me?
Kiss you, Rosemary? I can't.
Why not?
Because you're my secretary now. Wait a minute, Rosemary. Hello, name painter?
Wait a minute, Rosemary. Hello, name painter?
This is Mr. Finch. I want my name on my tour in gold leaf. Oh. J. Pierpont Finch. J. Pierpont.
Suddenly there is music
All capitals.
in the sound of my name.
Yes, block letters. J. Pierpont.
Rosemary.
Vice President in charge of advertising.
There must be
FISCH.
All of my lifetime program will be more of the same.
The usual spelling. J.
Remember me, Rosemary.
I can't stand it.
Whatever happened to
Boy, when you sit on your own door.